Chosen One, September 7th, will amaze all. Be ready. This is not just a phrase. It is a declaration. Dates are not random. Some days are marked with purpose, charged with energy, aligned with destiny. September 7th is one of those days. It carries a vibration that cannot be ignored, a rhythm that speaks louder than ordinary time. This is not a day to treat as casual. This is not a day to walk through unaware. It is a turning point, a shift, a moment when what has been hidden begins to reveal itself, when what was delayed begins to move, and when the chosen begin to rise in undeniable evidence. Before we go further, Chosen One, remain with me until the very end of this message. Every word carries the frequency of alignment, and if you receive it fully, it will prepare you for what is coming. And write your warmest wishes in the comments along with the number 144. This is not only an act of engagement, it is an act of release. When chosen ones send out wishes together, the universe responds. It multiplies the energy, amplifies the vibration, and creates a collective surge of power that returns to each one. Wishes are not just hopes. They are seeds. And in this moment, they are planting the soil for September 7th. Now, Chosen One, show your light by liking this video and subscribe to the channel, and let's step into this together. Chosen One, September 7th is not simply about what happens on that day. It is about the ripple it sets in motion. The energy of a marked day does not end when the sun sets. It begins to echo into every day that follows. Something is written into that date that will shift atmospheres, not only for you, but for all who witness your rise. That is why it says, September 7th will amaze all. The amazement will not be because of luck or chance. It will be because the evidence of destiny cannot be denied. When you move in alignment with marked time, even those who doubted you will not be able to explain what they see. This amazement is not for entertainment, it is for confirmation. It is meant to show you and to show everyone around you that the chosen cannot be overlooked forever. The quiet seasons of preparation, the hidden years of endurance, the lonely nights of waiting, they were not wasted. They were building the strength, the wisdom, the clarity that now must be revealed. September 7th is the date when much of what has been invisible will begin to manifest visibly. The amazement of others is simply the reflection of the work that has been happening within you for so long. But Chosen One, do not think that this amazement will only be about external things, money, opportunities, recognition. Yes, those things may come, but the deeper amazement is in how you carry yourself, in how you rise, in how you walk with a certainty that unsettles the world around you. The amazement will not only be in what you receive, but in who you become. September 7th marks the release of a new frequency in you, a frequency that cannot be silenced, a frequency that makes it clear you are not the same as you were before. Do not be surprised if opposition rises as this day approaches. Distractions may increase, fear may whisper louder, resistance may appear in unexpected places, but all of these are signs that the day is indeed marked. Opposition always increases near breakthrough. Distractions always intensify before alignment. These are not signs of failure. They are confirmations that the shift is real. Stay awake. Stay alert. Do not let small battles steal your focus from a large destiny. September 7th is not a day to drift. It is a day to stand ready. And Chosen One, understand this. Amazement is not for applause, it is for impact. The universe does not align a day with destiny just to entertain spectators. It does it so your rise will ripple into others, so your alignment will awaken those still asleep, so your breakthrough will inspire those still bound. The amazement is the evidence, but the purpose is transformation. Your rise is not only for you, it is for everyone connected to you. Living in the reality of a marked day means preparing your spirit ahead of time. You cannot walk into September 7th distracted, heavy, or careless. You must walk into it with intention, with gratitude, with awareness. You must position yourself to see, to receive, to respond. Do not wait for the day to awaken you. Awaken yourself now, so that when the day comes, you are ready. The amazement will be greater for those who are awake, because they will not miss the signs. September 7th is not random, chosen one. It is aligned. It is written. It is alive with possibility. Be ready, because what is set in motion will not stop at the day. It will continue to unfold in the days that follow. And when it does, you will know beyond any doubt. This was never chance. This was never coincidence. This was never ordinary. This was destiny, written into time itself, waiting for the chosen to awaken. Chosen one, in this second part we go deeper into the weight of September 7th and why it is marked to amaze not only you, but everyone who observes your rise. Marked days are not ordinary. They are not given without reason. They hold a pulse, a rhythm, a hidden frequency that only the awake can feel. September 7th carries such a pulse. It is a date written with divine precision, positioned to release alignment that could not have happened a moment sooner and will not delay a moment longer. This is why you must be ready. Readiness is not about frantic activity or rushing to force things. Readiness is awareness. It is alignment of your spirit, your mind, and your posture. To be ready is to expect the extraordinary, even if you cannot predict the form it will take. Many people miss their marketed day not because it did not arrive, but because they were asleep when it came. They were distracted, consumed by fear, lost in doubt. And so they walked through it as if it were any other day, never realizing what they carried. But you, chosen one, cannot afford to live that way. September 7th demands your alertness. This amazement that will follow you is not random, it is evidence. Evidence that the hidden seasons were not in vain. Evidence that the delays were part of alignment. Evidence that what you endured was preparing you for what is now unfolding. The amazement will come because the visible will finally match the invisible truth that has been alive inside of you all along. Others may be surprised, but you will not be. Not because you expected the exact form it takes, but because you knew in your spirit that a moment like this had to come. Chosen one, amazement does not always look like wealth pouring into your hands or fame suddenly surrounding your name. Sometimes it looks like strength you did not know you had, carrying you into places you once feared. Sometimes it looks like clarity that dissolves years of confusion. Sometimes it looks like peace in the middle of storms, a peace so strong that others cannot explain it. Amazement is not always flashy. Often it is subtle, but undeniable. It is the kind of change that shifts atmospheres, that makes people stop and take notice, that silence doubts without you having to speak a word. But understand this, amazement will draw eyes, and not all eyes that see you are friendly. Some will admire, some will be inspired, but others will envy. Some will misunderstand, others will resist. Do not let this shake you. The amazement is not for them, it is for the evidence of your calling. You do not rise to please people, you rise to fulfill purpose. Their reactions, whether applause or criticism, cannot change the fact that September 7th is marked. Their opinions cannot cancel what has already been written. This date is not just about one day of amazement. It is the ignition of a chain reaction. September 7th will set things in motion that will continue to ripple long after. The amazement may begin with a single moment, but it will expand into a lifestyle. It will alter how people see you, but more importantly, it will alter how you see yourself. You will begin to walk differently. You will begin to speak differently. You will begin to move like someone who knows they carry inevitability, not possibility. The amazement becomes the confirmation that shifts your posture permanently. Chosen one, be ready not only to receive, but also to respond. When marked days arrive, they often carry opportunities hidden within them. A conversation, a choice, a decision, a door opening. It may seem small, but it is the key that unlocks the next level. This is why readiness matters so much. If you are spiritually asleep, you may walk past what is meant to catapult you forward. If you are awake, you will recognize it and step into it boldly. The amazement of September 7th is not only in what happens to you, but in how you respond to it. And remember this: the amazement is not only external. September 7th carries inner transformation. You may feel a shift in your spirit, a new level of confidence, a deeper peace, a stronger awareness. This inner amazement is as powerful as any outward sign, because it is the foundation for everything that follows. You are not just stepping into a moment, you are stepping into a new identity, a new frequency, a new way of existing. So, chosen one, prepare now. Clear your distractions, guard your focus, sharpen your awareness. Walk into September 7th, not casual, but intentional. Carry gratitude with you, because gratitude multiplies the flow. Be ready to move, to act, to step boldly when the moment comes. Because when it does, it will not just amaze you, it will amaze all. And from that day forward, your life will carry a different weight, a different glow, a different authority. Chosen one, in this third part we lean even deeper into the mystery of September 7th, because this date is not just a point on the calendar. It is a doorway. When a day is marked, it holds within it the energy of transition. You do not simply wake up on September 7th and live the same life you did before. You step into an atmosphere charged with possibility, heavy with alignment, vibrating with the sound of destiny unfolding. To everyone else, it may look like another ordinary day. But for you, chosen one, it is sacred. It is the crossing point between what was and what will be. You must understand, amazement is the language of this day. September 7th will amaze all, not because it is about spectacle, but because it reveals what no one saw coming. Hidden seeds begin to break through. Silent prayers begin to manifest. Quiet endurance begins to show its fruit. This amazement will be undeniable because it is not something you could have forced, planned, or orchestrated. It will carry the signature of destiny, the kind of evidence that silences doubt, shuts down denial, and makes even skeptics stop and say, "Something is happening here." But chosen one, amazement, is not given only for the crowd to witness. It is given for you to embody. September 7th is as much about your inner transformation as it is about outer signs. It will awaken you to yourself in ways you have not known before. You will feel an acceleration within you. You will sense a fire that refuses to be dimmed. You will walk with a knowing that no one can take from you. The amazement others see will be the overflow of the amazement you feel inside. The realization that you are no longer the person you once were. This date is also about exposure. What was hidden will be revealed. The strength you carried quietly will now be undeniable. The gifts you kept buried will demand expression. The purpose you held in silence will find its voice. September 7th pulls back the curtain and says, "Now is the time." This exposure is not meant to embarrass you, but to establish you. It is not meant to harm you, but to show the world what destiny has already seen. Do not shrink from it. Do not hide from it. Let yourself be revealed. And yet, with amazement comes pressure. When others are amazed by you, they may begin to expect more. They may project their desires, their fears, their doubts onto you. This is where you must remain grounded. Remember that the amazement is not about pleasing people. It is about fulfilling purpose. Do not allow the weight of their opinions to distort your path. You are not here to meet their expectations. You are here to walk in alignment. If you remain true to your calling, the amazement will continue to flow naturally. If you chase applause, you risk losing the rhythm of the day. Chosen One, September 7th, is also about shifts in perception. People who once overlooked you will no longer be able to ignore you. Those who doubted you will have to reckon with undeniable evidence. Those who resisted you will see that their resistance was powerless against what was written. This shift is not about revenge or validation. It is about truth. It is about the reality of your calling being displayed so clearly that no one can deny it. Even if they refuse to admit it with their words, their silence will prove it. Living through a marked day also requires humility. Amazement can tempt you to think it is about you alone. But Chosen One, never forget, you are the vessel, not the source. The amazement is not random, it is designed. It is not a performance, it is a purpose. Stay humble, because humility keeps the flow alive. Gratitude keeps the atmosphere open. Awareness ensures you do not take the moment for granted. The amazement is a gift, but it is also a responsibility. To carry it well, to channel it wisely, to live in a way that multiplies it beyond yourself. And Chosen One, September 7th, is not the end. It is a beginning. It is the ignition point of a new chapter. The amazement may happen on that date, but its effects will echo for weeks, months, even years. This is why you must not see it as a one-day miracle, but as the start of a new rhythm. Once the door opens, you cannot return to how things were before. You must walk differently, think differently, dream differently. The amazement is not temporary. It is permanent transformation. So be ready, Chosen One. September 7th is not just coming, it is alive already. Its energy is building. Its alignment is preparing. Its frequency is drawing closer. Step into it, awake, grateful, and expectant. Because when it arrives, it will not just amaze you, it will amaze all. And from that day forward, your life will never again be seen as ordinary. Chosen One, in this fourth part, we go even further into the unfolding of September 7th, because this day is not just a highlight, it is a hinge. It is the moment where the door of destiny swings wide, and once it opens, it cannot close again. September 7th is not a single spark of amazement. It is the ignition of a fire that will continue to burn, a signal to the universe that the time for your hiddenness has ended, and the time for your revelation has begun. To those who have been watching your journey, it will appear sudden, but you will know it is the culmination of everything you have endured, every season you survived, every quiet preparation that shaped you. Amazement is the word tied to this day because what unfolds will defy expectation. People will not be able to explain it. They will not be able to calculate it. They will not be able to place it neatly into categories of logic or predictability. September 7th is designed to leave them speechless, to cause even the doubters to pause, even the critics to reconsider, even the resistant to feel the undeniable pull of truth. The amazement will not just be in what happens around you, but in what happens within you. The undeniable awakening of your spirit to the fact that nothing can stop what has already been written. Chosen one, marked days like this bring acceleration. What was slow begins to move quickly. What was delayed begins to release. What felt stuck begins to shift. It may even feel overwhelming at first, as if so much is happening at once. But this is the rhythm of amazement. It collapses timelines. It takes what should have taken years and brings it into a moment. It redeems time you thought was wasted. It carries you forward in leaps instead of steps. And in that acceleration, you will begin to see the evidence that September 7th is not an ordinary day, but a divine appointment. But with acceleration comes responsibility. When things move quickly, you must remain grounded. Do not let the amazement distract you from the alignment. Do not let the acceleration tempt you to carelessness. You must stay steady even as everything speeds up. September 7th is not just about receiving blessing. It is about proving that you can carry it. It is about showing that you are prepared, that your discipline matches your destiny, that your wisdom is strong enough to sustain what amazes others. And chosen one, you must also prepare for separation. Amazement will reveal who is truly aligned with you and who is not. Some will celebrate your rise genuinely. Others will only pretend. Some will be inspired. Others will feel threatened. Some will draw closer, while others may distance themselves. Do not fear this. Do not cling to what is falling away. Separation is part of amazement. It is part of alignment. When your rise becomes undeniable, those who cannot handle it will reveal themselves. And that revelation is a gift. It shows you who belongs in the next chapter and who cannot walk with you any further. September 7th is also a mirror. It will reflect back to you the growth that you often overlooked. In the middle of endurance, you may not have realized how strong you were becoming. In the silence of waiting, you may not have noticed the wisdom being forged within you. In the hidden seasons, you may have doubted if anything was happening at all. But on this day, when amazement unfolds, you will see yourself differently. You will recognize that you are not who you once were. You will realize that all along, you were being prepared for this. The amazement will not only be in what happens around you, it will be in the revelation of who you have become. And chosen one, amazement is contagious. Your rise will not stop with you. It will ripple outward, touching lives connected to you. Your alignment will awaken others. Your transformation will inspire those still waiting. Your breakthrough will serve as proof that theirs is possible. This is why September 7th is so significant, because it is not only about personal destiny, but collective impact. When you rise, others rise. When you are amazed, others find hope again. The amazement spreads beyond you, and that is how destiny multiplies. So carry this truth into the day. September 7th is not just marked for amazement, It is marked for confirmation. It will confirm what you already knew deep inside, that you were never forgotten, that your struggle was never wasted, that your calling was never in question. It will confirm to others that you were chosen all along. It will confirm to the universe that what is written cannot be undone. Be ready, chosen one, because the amazement of this day will echo far beyond its hours. It is not a spark that fades. It is a fire that spreads. Chosen one, in this fifth part, we step into the lived reality of September 7th and what it means to remain in the frequency it activates. A marked day is not just a calendar event. It is a portal. Once you step through it, you cannot go back to how things were before. September 7th is the ignition point, but what follows is the unfolding of a new life rhythm. To remain in this flow, you must learn to carry amazement not as a fleeting experience, but as a permanent state of awareness. What begins as a moment of wonder must evolve into a lifestyle of expectation. When amazement first strikes, it feels like a shock. Doors open suddenly, opportunities appear from nowhere, peace floods your soul, clarity fills your mind. But as you live in this reality, amazement becomes natural. You stop being surprised by miracles, not because they are less powerful, but because you know they are your portion. You begin to walk with the posture of inevitability instead of the posture of chance. This is how September 7th continues to amaze long after the date passes. It rewires your spirit to recognize that wonder is no longer rare. It is your rhythm. Chosen one, to live in this rhythm is to expand your definition of amazement. It is not only about dramatic breakthroughs that others can see. It is also about the quiet victories, the subtle alignments, the moments of strength that no one else notices. It is amazement when you endure what should have crushed you. It is amazement when clarity finds you in confusion. It is amazement when you are sustained in silence, when peace carries you in chaos, when opportunities chase you instead of you chasing them. Living in amazement means you see the extraordinary in what others call ordinary. You no longer dismiss the daily flow of miracles. You recognize them as evidence. But chosen one, amazement also carries responsibility. Once the world sees you rise, once they witness undeniable evidence, you cannot shrink back into smallness. You cannot hide from purpose. You cannot pretend to be ordinary again. With amazement comes visibility. And with visibility comes responsibility. People will watch you, some to learn, some to criticize, some to hope. You must decide to live authentically, aligned with your purpose, unmoved by opinions. The amazement is not about them, but your stewardship of it will inspire or silence them. Do not waste this moment proving yourself. Let your life prove what has already been written. And here is what you must understand. Amazement exposes. It will show you who is truly aligned and who was only near for convenience. Some will celebrate your rise genuinely. Others will pretend to applaud, but secretly resent it. A few may distance themselves because your new frequency disrupts their comfort. Do not cling to those who fall away. Their absence is not loss, it is clarity. September 7th is marked not only to reveal your destiny, but also to reveal your circle. Trust the separation. It is pruning disguised as departure. Living after September 7th also means you must walk with new discipline. Acceleration comes with amazement. What was slow will now move quickly. What felt delayed will now arrive suddenly. This pace can overwhelm those who are unprepared. But chosen one, you are ready. You have been trained in endurance, and now you must apply that same discipline to abundance. Guard your focus. Protect your energy. Stay rooted in gratitude. The amazement is not meant to distract you with applause, but to propel you into purpose. If you remain steady, the acceleration will not sweep you away. It will carry you further than you imagined. And chosen one, amazement does not end with you. September 7th will amaze all, because your life will become a signal. Others will see your rise and find faith for their own. Your breakthrough will awaken their hope. Your alignment will inspire their courage. This is why your amazement cannot remain private. It must ripple outward. You do not have to broadcast every detail, but your presence, your energy, your transformation will speak louder than words. You become walking evidence that destiny is alive, that marked days are real, that purpose cannot be denied. So carry this truth. Amazement is not a one-time experience. It is a stream. September 7th begins it, but it does not end it. Your task is to remain in the flow, to protect the frequency, to honor the evidence, and to live as one who understands that destiny is not occasional. It is constant. Amazement is not an event. It is your identity. Chosen one, in this sixth and final part, we arrive at the fullness of what September 7th means, not just as a marked day, but as the anchor of a new chapter. This is the point where amazement stops being something you anticipate and becomes something you embody. You are no longer looking forward with uncertainty, waiting to see if the promise is real. You are living in the undeniable proof that it is. September 7th is not just about amazement arriving once. It is about amazement becoming your new normal, a rhythm that will echo for the rest of your journey. This day is marked because it carries revelation. It is the moment you recognize that you were never overlooked, never forgotten, never abandoned. Every battle, every tear, every silent night was building this unveiling. The amazement that people see in you is the result of years of hidden preparation. And now, chosen one, the world cannot deny what has been revealed. September 7th pulls back the curtain and shows not only what destiny has written over your life, but also who you have become in the process. But you must understand, amazement is not the destination. It is the signpost. It points you toward purpose. It reminds you that your rise is not for entertainment, not for applause, but for impact. You were chosen so that your life would awaken others, so that your story would inspire hope, so that your rise would ripple into lives still waiting for their breakthrough. September 7th will amaze all, but the purpose is not just amazement, it is transformation. Transformation of you, and transformation through you. And chosen one, this amazement is permanent. It cannot be undone, it cannot be reversed, it cannot be silenced. Once the transfer of energy has happened, once the alignment has been revealed, nothing can take it away. Yes, opposition may rise. Yes, envy may surface. Yes, doubt may whisper. But none of these can erase what has been written. The amazement is the evidence, and the evidence cannot be denied. From this point forward, you will carry yourself differently, because you will know deep in your spirit that you are no longer waiting for the hour. You are living in it. Living in amazement requires gratitude. Gratitude is the key that keeps the flow alive. Without gratitude, amazement becomes common, and you risk losing sight of its weight. But with gratitude, every new alignment, every new opportunity, every new sign continues to multiply. Gratitude sharpens your awareness so you never miss the miracles hidden in the ordinary. Gratitude protects your spirit so that you do not become careless. Gratitude ensures that the amazement you experience on September 7th becomes the beginning of a stream, not the end of a moment. Chosen one, the amazement of September 7th is also prophetic. It will be remembered not only by you, but by those who witnessed it. People will look back and say, "That was the day everything shifted. That was the day I realized the chosen cannot be denied. That was the day evidence silenced doubt." The significance of this day will outlive the hours on the clock, because its ripple will continue in conversations, in memories, in the atmosphere itself. September 7th will not just amaze all, it will mark all. So do not shrink from this moment. Do not fear the attention it brings. Do not question whether you deserve it. You endured the fire, you survived the silence, you carried the weight, and now you rise. You are not stepping into amazement because of chance, you are stepping into it because it was written. September 7th was always part of your journey, and now the time has arrived. Chosen one, carry this truth with you. September 7th will amaze all, but it will not surprise destiny. Destiny has been waiting for this moment all along. Walk boldly. Stand tall. Live awake. The world is about to witness what heaven has already known. Your rise cannot be stopped, and your time has come.